Timestamp April 16th, 2026. It's almost 3 p.m. Feeling goofy. I was also investigating something on my phone. I keep getting... I just got the mail. Almost knocked it off the bar. Sadly, no females were delivered. What, Hex? Okay. Is he hogging the dryer top again? Come on. Yep. Hi, Kaiser. How you doing? You want to say anything? No? Let me see how Janus's bowl's doing. Yeah, we'll throw a little bit in. Janus has found a great place to hang out and hide. Am I getting him in there? Hey, bud. Yeah? Okay. I'm just impressed because that tote it's double stacked. Somehow he's monkeying up there, which, for those that do not know, thank you for stepping on my crock. I appreciate that. He's a tripod. He's a three-legged cat. Basically lost his left arm. Amputation, because when we found him, he was hurt. What are we feeling today? What are we feeling today? No, not really feeling destruction today. We're feeling pretty good. It's a small mug. I'm going to have to refill it a lot. That's my only problem with it. But just for kicks. I am feeling good. It's a nice little mug. It's one of the Six Flags newspaper debut. I don't know if they ever named the cat. So, X and Janus just went running by. They are absolutely buddies, and when they get going, it's crazy in here. We are going to do some coffee. Alex made some brulee a few minutes ago. I'm sitting at the bar gathering my thoughts and enjoying the aroma. So today's Thursday, so trash day. Got a box over there with a whole lot of debris and stuff I've just been throwing in there instead of bogging down the trash can itself. So I need to get that out. And or the bag in the kitchen probably needs to go out too. Yeah, general maintenance-y things, right? I just filled the water bowl, so there's silliness going on over here. Jinx, you gonna drink or are you just guarding it? A little of both? Okay. Jinx, of course, is our water-obsessed cat. Junk mail! Yay! You wouldn't know what that is. Yep. Junk mail. Brochures, don't care. I will check out the Ollie's brochure, because, what'd you get? Got a paper bag for the burn barrel. I need a paper towel for my coffee. Ooh, sorry, Patrick. Walloped the second doctor in the head with my phone. Typically do a paper towel doily. I love my doily. She's very pretty. Just so I don't completely obliterate things on my desktop. We're a little Mickey Mouse here at times. Little Looney Tunes too. Yeah, that's a good start. Oh, I've been up for a little while. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. My schedule's so screwed right now. Health check. I woke up in the middle of not a nightmare, but an unpleasant dream. I don't know. I had a couple of bags of groceries in my hand. And I think they were like from Walmart or something. Just, a little gray plastic tied off so I could handle them well, and also because whenever I go into another store with a bag, because I've walked a lot, there have been periods of time where I didn't have a car, so I would walk from store to store, and I always tie off the bags or whatnot so that going into the new store, people don't think I'm putting stuff from their store into those bags and basically stealing. So I understood that part of the logic of my dream. So I had 2 bags of groceries. And I had like a panic attacky thing going on because it was an aggravating dream. Again, not really a nightmare, just kind of an odd, annoying dream. And there was a 40-something short woman that every time I turned around, she was like in the aisle that I was in. I'd like shopped at Walmart, but was at a Target or something like a Target at that moment. And at one point, the woman like slowly walked backward and like stepped on one of my feet. It was like she was stepping back to look at something from a different point of view and like, planted on one of my feet. And then got like offended at me and was like, "How dare you, what are you trying to do?" And I'm like, I was standing here trying to figure out why you were walking backward into me. And I don't even know where we went from there, but I know that there was an argument in the store between the two of us because she was being weird. And at some point, my bags of groceries disappeared, and I saw a couple of young guys like opening the bags, walking away with them, and like throwing the stuff on the ground. It was all very, very strange. But I woke up kind of annoyed because I was like chasing down the 2 guys, like, give me my stuff back. And I just, get off my lawn. I don't know, I was chasing them through the parking lot and picking up pieces from my bags along the way. It was really weird. I don't know. I'm aware that I have mental issues, but I don't know the specifics exactly because my mental issues won't allow me to investigate further. Yeah. I went to bed doing Pertwee on the Roku Doctor Who, which is cool. Cool. Went to bed with Inferno on, which is kind of if you do Star Trek, it's kind of the mirror of Doctor Who. Brigadier's in it with an eye patch, and it's a very Spock with the beard kind of thing for me. It's like, hey, you did anything. And they're part of like a fascist Royal British regime. Unit is not nearly as cool. He's like, yeah, it's just. But I went to bed with that on, and I woke up with the Silurians. But you gotta be careful where you say that, right? Yeah. So if you hear weird like whistling or whatnot in the background, I think it's still on. Because of some of the communication devices the Silurians use. It's almost like calling dolphins. It has like that kind of pitchy whistle thing going on. I don't know, hard to describe if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I woke up to the Silurians and picking up things in a Target Walmart parking lot, and a couple of guys. I don't know. I think the woman was still screaming at me. The store manager was like, which I've been called for those kind of things before, being in retail management. Those are no fun when you're like trying to be the arbiter between two customers that are having an issue. It's like, what did I just walk into? I'd say take it outside, but I don't want there to be a homicide in the parking lot either. Y'all are just take it down 8 notches. I don't know what I was just a part of. You know what I mean? Hearing the baker's wife from Into the Woods in my head. What the hell was that? Just once again, please. Funny things can happen in the woods. Again, I know. So, this is not necessarily a big deal. Smart basic packaging. Keep the cost down. It's good. Oh yes, I always have an opinion. This is just adding to my army. Now my nose starts to run. Why? It's a ham and Swiss on rye. I got my baby beast baby. So this is one of the ones that the auction went up for like $1.99 and no one bid on it. I think I mentioned it the other day. So in total he was like $7. Add him to my army. Because again, I want to get 8 to 10 of these. And he may be like number 8 or 9 even. I love these things. Yeah, I don't need 100 of them. No, I don't need 100 of them. I don't. That would be excessive, and that's not necessary. No. Yeah, but like a nice solid 10 would be cool. because I can, fill a like a dollhouse shelf or a diorama with a bunch of these little beasties, like the Gremlins from Gremlins, pretty much tearing up whatever environment I've created. Because they do. They're a miniature. For those of you who just tuned in, if you know what the Imaginext are, the Imaginext are the smaller. I have a Leonardo over here. Of course I do, right? Who is basically an Imaginext Leonardo. He stays on my desk in honor of what we're dealing with here. And that's the sword he came with. It's actually... Is that molded in his hand? That is molded in his hand. That is part of him. It will not come out. I gave him the extra gladius here. Gotta love the Roman Empire, right? My cat, I knew Hex would be like, paper ball. Big fan. Big fan. But this is a Imaginext figure. I think it's... Okay, there are a lot of brands out there. Imaginext is kind of the one that started it, though. I think you are, though. You may not be. Playmates. Which, nothing to do with Hugh Hefner. Playmates has been around for a while. They did some of the Star Trek figures. Not the Mego ones or the ERTL, but the 6-inch. I think they're kind of clunky, but they didn't ask me. They did a bunch of Star Wars figures, or Star Trek figures. They've also done a lot of the Turtle stuff, but he's basically Imaginext style. It's just like a 2 or 3 inch. It's like a baby action figure, and it's usually marketed, well, initially. Now, grown-ups collect things in every category. But initially, these guys were, the Imaginext style, were marketed towards little kids. 5 to 12. Not necessarily like grown-up 3 3/4, Because only grown-ups play with 3 3/4 inch toys. Well, it still sounds weird, doesn't it? Yeah. So, but yeah, he hangs out on my desk. So, Scooby-Doo did their own Imaginext series. I'm not sure if those were actually Imaginext brand or not. And as such, they did a lot of the villains, So this is the Beast of Bottomless Lake, I think was... I keep wanting to say Phantom Lake, but I don't think that's right. I think it's Bottomless Lake. It's a fish people. Kind of makes me wonder if my mom saw these. And the full size, it's actually... I don't want to say scary, because I don't know that any Scooby-Doo villain is really scary. A couple of them are creepy, though. But in the Imaginext form, I think he's terrifying and also just kind of adorable. And apparently this has been nicknamed the Baby Beast. And because of what I'm doing as a hobby, I wanted to get, 8 to 10 of them. So that should be like my last eBay order for a minute. Kind of holding back. I've got some good sales that just hit. eBay is considering sending me payment. There's always a delay, which is a pain in the butt. But I'm still kind of treading careful because we had a cat expense. Exactly. Which we were not expecting, and it was about $2,000 of ouch. So Luther, one of Pix's cats, had a bladder infection, whatnot, which I guess especially with male cats can be a very, very quick and fatal thing. So luckily my girl caught on to the idea that there was a problem probably on the first day instead of the third day, because if it had been the second or third day, it would have cost a lot more money and we probably wouldn't have saved him. So $2,000 plus later, Luther's doing great. I just got an update on him half an hour ago. Pix and I were discussing via text. Instead of 20-something trips to the bathroom that were unsuccessful, he's having around 8 a day, and several of them, most of them are successful. He's still healing, but he spent the night in the animal hospital a few times, over the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We weren't sure he was going to make it, but told him he needs to get a job, and apparently he caught another mouse for Pix, so he was listening. He's got a career in pest control that seems to be doing pretty well. It's small right now, but he's getting good reviews on Yelp, so that always helps. No 0 stars, mostly 4 and 5, so that'll help. Reputation, it can be important. There are a lot of contractors out there that aren't reputable, and it affects your business after a while. So we're optimistic about his future. Yep. So I'm going to be grabbing a shower here very shortly. I almost got one this morning before I took my nap. But nope, it's like I'm just gonna go fall over on the couch. I'll get one when I get up. I'm sure you've had a day or two like that. It's gonna be an extra half an hour, and yeah. You get that paper wad for me? I appreciate that, sir. X just came walking through here like Elvis. Hi. I can't go back to jail. There's a siren in the background in case you didn't hear it. I hear everything, so, which is great and annoying at times, but yeah, that's the stuff. I really don't know if they ever named the cat. That'd be something to look up. The love kitten. Poor cat. Pepe Le Pew. Ou the skunk. Yeah, so I'm going to be working my list after I get my shower, which I do need. I'm well aware. I know. I got a list. Because I did very little yesterday. I don't really feel bad about that because I did get the taxes done on time. And that was a huge relief. You get that anxiety of what if the website goes down, what if, because there's a hard deadline on tax day. If it's not in on the 15th, you may have some spleen in, But I still got to figure out what I'm doing for my dad in that respect. I'm sure I can get an extension. I've never filed an extension on taxes for someone else. Hell, I've never done one for me. I'm normally done in February. I'm normally done by Valentine's Day. That's how bad I'm slacking this year. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there. And I know my parents had have a portfolio, so I'm sure there will be the whole capital gain, capital losses kind of thing. Because when you own stock, even if you just own a couple of shares, if it went up or down, that is an extra form that you will have to do. Even if it's, $3 of plus or minus, you still have to report it. Which, that's, Schedule D, I think? Capital gains / losses, I believe. So I know it'll be at least a 1040. And I don't know if it would be an easy or an A. It's all changed because so much of it's digital now. I'm used to doing the paperwork side of it. Because I would normally have to do a 1040A, which is kind of the more detailed individual or couple. I'd usually have to do a Schedule C because business owner, corporation, LLC, all that kind of stuff. And I do own a little bit of stock, but not anywhere near what my parents have. So I'd have to do a D and then sometimes a 1099, which has to do with like interest made on dividends and stuff. It's all a big thing. If you've never done it before, bless you. I just you dodged a bullet, because it's usually something that gives me a 2-day headache. It's a necessary evil, you gotta do your taxes, but you always feel dirty afterwards. No, it just usually wipes my brain out. And today, I don't even know what to call it anymore. There was kind of that coming down high of, oh my God, it's done. Does it make sense? My taxes are done. They're submitted. The return's been accepted. Okay. I ran the software. The software said, everything looks good, man. Because that's another part of the anxiety is, what if I put down accurate information, but what if something on it, you run the software, the checker, and it says, ooh, some of this looks like you're being shady, or this information can't be correct, and you're, sitting there. I've had this happen a couple of years, where, looking over numbers going, everything's accurate. What the hell are you talking about? And just spinning on this one error that comes up, and you're just like, what did I do wrong? What, oh God. Because this is going into the IRS, federal government, the whole idea of, here, I'm going to hand you some stuff that's probably going to get me in trouble. Please take a look and get back to me with your lawyers. It's not an experience that I think anybody's like, this is going to be fun. What would be great? If we had federal agents show up to audit. That would be cool. I mean, you're not going to find anything. I've been very careful about my crimes. I haven't done anything. So it's like, good luck with this one. But there's still that fear of, you're going to turn my world upside down investigating me. Because I do have friends that have been audited before, and one of them was being dirty. I don't talk to him anymore. I kind of wonder if he ever actually I think he actually did get in trouble. I think I heard that he had been audited, and they were like, no. when you hear about that kind of stuff, people that like will write off a boat as a business expense because they use it to relax after work. It's like, yeah, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. That's not really what that's for. I think he did actually get audited, and they gave him a good hand slap and said, yeah, no, you owe us money. Oh, shit, Janus. You gotta stop doing that running between the legs thing, especially while I'm carrying coffee. Yeah, you. You hear me? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You're a handsome boy. Okay. He's gonna be okay. And it may be wrong, but occasionally I do say things like, hey man, hop to it. I know. He just walked over and punched the dog. He is now laying in the spot that Acorn was laying in. Did he warm it up for you? Yeah. Such a sibling thing. Get out of my chair. Thank you. Alright. I got my baby beast. I want to do the Chili's commercial in my head. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, nice short list. I won't be getting everything done, but there's no way that I could get everything done on here. That's the point of it. Some of these are like, week-long job kind of things, but I'm writing it down so I've got it in front of me, so it's a reminder of this is something I need to do. You know what I mean? This is on your list. Oh, peace in the Middle East, that's on here too. What am I, Jared? But I did get to cross off taxes yesterday, which felt really good. Just exactly. And I do have some things down here that are actually some of Tiny's jobs as well. So then I have library cart silver question mark, because I'm still looking for my silver paint. I know it's here. I'm worried that it may be in one of the giant pink totes, though, which those are going to be a pain in the butt to get to. I really thought it was in one of the clear ones that was in the dining room or kitchen. But I'm not done in here yet, so close. I might be done before my head hits the pillow again, but not done. And it'll be pretty and functional and all that. No, it's actually something we fried up some of those burgers last night. I have no idea if they're any good quality, whatnot, but from a flavor standpoint, they have them at Walmart. It's like a 16-pack box or whatever, and it just, every damn time, the brand on it, and again, I'm not being paid, the brand on it is Flanders. My hand to God. And every time I see it, because we've got a couple of them in the freezer, the price is usually really good on them. They taste good. Every time I see it, I'm thinking, I'm gonna make some burgerinos, scoodly doodly. It's just like Flanders. Yeah. too many voices up here. Still, after all these years. But yeah, we had burgers and tater tots last night. Burger. It's good. You're right there, Acorn. Staring at me like I owed you money or something. What was that about? I don't want any trouble. So, yeah. Flanders Burgers. Yep. I'm sorry, was my carefully disguised stool in your way? You couldn't see it? I think I owe him money. I think. It's a guess. I don't know. He's being weird. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Take a shower. And get back to work. I don't really feel guilty about not doing as much yesterday. I still did do some stuff, but I didn't do a huge amount. But exactly, the taxes. You know what? Major victory. Let me take a break. So. But I got a bunch of stuff to do, even if I don't want to do it. And must get the trash out today. Because anytime we miss trash day around here, we pay for it for the next, 3 days. Still waking up. And realistically, I only was down for like 5 hours. But with the amount of trash that we generate and then the crap that we're going through that just needs to, be set on fire. If we miss a trash day, it seems so silly and so trivial, but suddenly we have 4 and 5 bags of trash, and we're like, where do we put this? Because there's nowhere out front that we can store it without being an eyesore. We're not in an HOA, thank God, but there's already a lot of eyesore going on here because of the junkyard that my dad was pretty much developing in the backyard. Rather not create a new junkyard in the front yard. So, trying to be respectful to all mankind here. So, don't miss trash day. That's not good. So, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to grab a shower, which luckily you can only hear and see me. If you could smell me, you'd be like, yeah, you need to take a shower. No, I just got that old man sweaty smell going on because I've been working. Yeah. So, I think a plane just landed out front. Heard weird engine motor sound. We're not too far away from a pretty busy street, but sometimes it sounds like it's on the lawn kind of thing. Amelia? We've been looking for you. So, what, too soon? Hug your parents. Hug your kids. Tell them you're going to make things better and then do it. Make it a great day.